Guten Tag, Guten Morgen, welcome to my channel. This is Daniel, welcome to Engelgeist, you guys. It is Sunday morning, February 23rd of 2020. Get all those twos, get with that two energy. We have been having couplings, balancings, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 7, Marla Gibbs. We have been feeling it this month. Pisces, Mercury retrograde, Wolf super moons, like just stop it already, planets. Anyways, welcome to those of you that are new to my channel. I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate you checking out my videos. Please have a look around. Leave me a comment. Leave me a suggestion if there's something you want to see. Hey, if there's a topic you want a reading on and you'd like that, it could be at a group level, tell me. Be like, I need to know this, bitch. Tell me. And I'll see if I can swing it, alright? But basically, this is a channel where I do deck unboxings, which is what this video is. And I do a daily forecast, I do monthly tarot scopes, I do annual tarot scopes, and I do different pick-a-cards on different subjects, okay? This video that you're tuning into right now is an unboxing for our March deck. We change decks every month just to keep the variety going and to explore new art, promote new artists, promote different decks. And in the morning forecast, we always have one tarot deck paired with one oracle deck. So for those of you that are using this video as a starting point, you're watching a unboxing of this beautiful deck that's called Tattoo Tarot Ink into Intuition, that was bought for me by a viewer from my beautiful Amazon wish list. And it's not really a beautiful wish list, I just was meant to say beautiful viewer, but I haven't had enough coffee. My viewer, Jen Nichols, she sent me this. I just want to say thank you very much, Jen. She has sent me a couple of amazing decks, and when we have used the decks that she has sent, we've gotten a lot of information out of them, and the regular viewers have really enjoyed different ones, like the literary witches and stuff. I have a bunch of different unboxing videos, so feel free to go through them. And if you look at these unboxing videos and there's a deck that you like, within the video description there is a Amazon affiliate link. And what that means is I'm affiliated with Amazon, where I have an account that if you use the link in the video description for my for the video, for whatever deck, and you purchase it by using that link, like you click that link, go to the page and say buy now, or put in cart and you buy it, I will actually get a small percentage of the sale. It's very small, but hopefully as I grow subscribers and I grow this channel, that those things will add up and there'll be ways of supporting the channel. So it's an opportunity to help keep all of this content free, right? Ideally, these unboxings are supposed to be sources of inspiration for other tarot readers, for people that are interested in getting involved in tarot, for people that are looking for a deck and you see it online and you're like, I wonder what that looks like inside the box. Let me dig in your box, bitch. Well, this is where you would come and dig. My box is open to any one of you, however you want it. I mean, barring that you wear like surgical gloves and you know, you're careful, you're tender with it, you're nice to my box. Nobody likes it, you know. I mean, well, every once in a while you can be rough, but right now this is Tattoo Tarot. So let's just get into it. All right, so as I said, this came from my beautiful viewer, Jen Nichols, who I love. It is produced by a company called MEGAMUNDEN, which kind of goes along with a sort of my name, Engelgeist, which is actually, if you guys don't know that, it's German for angel and spirit. My last name is Geist, which I love because it means ghost, like poltergeist, right? So of course I would be doing this weird divination shit. Those are the four sides of the box, just because I like to show you everything. This is the inside of the box cover. Nice bright red, gets you going, makes you think of that bloody color as you're about to get tattooed. And then within that said box, as we unbox it, is an art book and information. So let's see what's going on. Now, the art book is, I'm going to be honest, this is like a review slash, you know, unboxing. I try and be impartial. And I picked, I'll say this, I picked decks that I find artistically inspiring, or that I think intuitively I'm going to get a hit off of, or that are going to be helpful to me and my readers. So this one was, and then I placed them on my Amazon wish list. This was on there. So this is the booklet. I'm going to say this, the booklet feels a little thin. There is, it's in very small writing, which for an old lady like me is never a fun idea. It looks like it was published in 2018 in London, so that's nice. MEGAMUNDEN, illustrations are by MEGAMUNDEN, designed by Johnny McCullough. We all would like to hang out with a Johnny McCullough once in a while, that sounds kind of hot. There's an introduction, there's a conducting a reading, there's drawing and interpreting the cards. There's different spreads, which I love that. The blooming flower, the third eye insight, the heart. These are different kind of spreads. I'll have to check these out as we go. It gives you a little bit of, you know, the breakdown of sort of what's going on, which I love that. That's fabulous, actually, because I don't feel like enough decks do that. Because each number within a certain suit or element will have, like, I always say personally for me, 4s represent stability. Let's see what the 4s represent for you. Stability, solidarity, foundation, pillars of strength, rock, structure. Boom, bitch. You know I'm good. You need to be watching me. And if you're not, you crazy, girl. You crazy. So then we've got the courts. They separated out into the different court cards. These cards are looking beautiful already. We've got the different suits, cups, swords, coins instead of pentacles, and wands, which is very traditional. And then we've got the major arcana, which it's interesting. This book actually shows you that major arcana secondary instead of at the front of the book. So that's kind of an interesting take on it. They don't give you a ton of information on each card, which I like that because it kind of requires you to sort of, it gives you enough of a basis to learn the main meanings of the cards, but it also gives you room for your own intuition to explore. The book itself is a little thin, but that's okay. I don't think that's a big deal. I mean, the paper stock is a little bit thin. So then within this, we've got the cards and they're wrapped in a little piece of paper. So I'm gonna, oh, and I forgot to read the back of the box. It says, is your future indelibly etched? I don't know, is it, bitch? Let me see. Is fate being tattooed onto your skin as you read this? Find answers with this fully functional tarot deck, reimagined by contemporary illustrator and tattoo artist MEGAMUNDEN. The 78 card deck and booklet are all you need to interpret the cards and conduct your own readings. The future is in your hands. Get it? I don't know who MEGAMUNDEN is, so that's kind of cool. There is a different design because that box cover covers the box on the inside or on the sides of the box, which is cool. I'll have to check out MEGAMUNDEN and their work tattoo-wise. I think it's kind of neat that a tattoo artist has created a deck. I think that's awesome. So let's look at the cards really quick. I always only go through a few cards just to kind of give you an idea. I don't go through the whole deck like some deck unboxings just because I think that's a bit much. You do want a little bit of room for surprise, I believe. You know, there's nothing like me being a deck nerd. I love to open decks and be like, oh, ooh, 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 and be surprised. So this is your Ace of Swords leading out. I like that. I'm just going to dig through some of these and see. Now, the swords are pretty much just swords, babe. Like, I mean, you would go from the Ace of Swords to the Ten of Swords, and all of them in between are just swords, 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 right? But remember, the Ten of Swords traditionally is that man with all those swords in his back. And it's funny how this art actually sort of projects that kind of overwhelm with all of those swords kind of jammed right into that tiny little red slit. Oh my god, what am I talking about? It's too early in the morning for that. So, let me see here. Here we go with, I'm going to just put up the Two of Cups, which is a beautiful card, always surrounding about love. Look at those hearts. Look at the ornateness of those cups. Again, we've got lots of cups just representing the cups. These are beautiful cards, though. I do love these. Six of Cups having the heart with the cross in it. Seven of Cups, the moon and intuition. So these would be cards I would feel like as I'm looking at these would be cards you would want to know a little bit more about your meanings, right? From a 6 of a cup to a 7 of cups, you know, there's not much difference in the design other than that they added an extra cup and maybe threw a heart on it, okay? Why do I not see? Oh, there's the 9. And there's the 10. Interesting. And like with the 10 of cups, which is like emotional, right? Cups being water. 10 of cups, the only thing that would really represent here differently is that there's that peace symbol in the background. You know, so that would definitely like indicate like this idea of peace, abundance, all of that, which goes along with the 10 of cups. But beyond that, they're not giving you much. You're going to need to refer to their book. I do like that they give you that room for your own intuition to play in, right? Because a 10 of cups inverted or a 10 of cups in a certain position in the spread, it can mean wonderful abundance and peace, but it can also mean like an overflow of emotion. And girl, you're having a Pisces meltdown, which Lord knows I've had one or two. Okay, we've all tried to bang the King of Cups. I'm just saying. I don't know why I'm feeling the King of Cups card lately in these decks. The one I'm working with through February, he is so very good fine. It's like, get out of my head, you hairy bastard. And this guy with his neck tattoo with the wings, I'm like, fresh out of pit prison, what time do I need to pick you up? I will leave my phone and wallet with the guard at the door, baby. Just don't worry, I will be there. And I love he's even rocking a little bit of nail polish, right? He's not afraid of his feminine side. He's been to jail before. He knows what it's like to have to love a man for a pack of cigarettes. Fuck me, I love this guy. Alright, so let's look at some other cards. We've got the wands here. Like, here's just the 5 of wands. Bam! I love the hearts. And I hope, Megamunden, if you ever see this, I'm not making fun of your art. It's just sort of what it makes me think of. And your art is a little bit, very sexy to me. I love this. We have the Knave of Wands. He doesn't look very happy for a knave. Generally, I think of knaves as being optimism and enthusiasm. This knave is giving me a serious, serious desire to learn, right? A desire or a concern, right? He looks to me like he is studying, bitch. He is not playing around. He is watching you. Like if this knave shows up in your spread and it's a love spread, boo, watch out. Somebody is spying on you. He might be going through your garbage. Do you see that? But then, like with the contrast of the Knight of Wands, to me, this guy, he's still fiery in spiritual nature. He's still willing to protect you, but he's also willing to protect his ass too. And he might be into a little bit of cosplay, is what I'm thinking. But that's just me. All right, now let's look here. The coins. I love the Ace of Coins. I love how the shades change too. I love that the coins go to green for the color earth, right? Beautiful. Let me just look through these again. We've got a lot of different coins going on here. We've got some interesting, like, to me, I'm not sure, I could be wrong, but this sort of feels like runish a little bit to me. That's the 5 of coins, guys. Wow, this is going to be an interesting deck to work with. We're going to have to see what the heck happens here. Okay, and then like just as a contrast to that fiery Knave of Wands, we've got the Knave of Coins. Now look at her. I mean, her is a him, but her is pretty. She's soft. She's like a peacock. She's feeling kind of pretty. She's feeling herself. She's like, look at me. She's definitely in deep contemplation, and I say she because this to me is giving me a very sort of feminine male. Or a male that's not afraid of his feminine side. Beautiful artwork. Beautiful, beautiful artwork. And then here's her brother that's just a slightly more straighter. That's the Knight of Coins. He's slightly straighter, but still kind of sexy. They both have those kissable lips. They were probably in high school together, maybe 2 years apart. Love it. Feeling it! I haven't put up any females from the Arcana. Let's look at the Queen of Coins. She's like, yes, bitch, I'm rich. Deal with it. I love it. And the King, he kind of looks like he sometimes puts on the Queen's panties when she's not home. I mean, seriously. Let's just say it. All right, let's call a spade a spade. I'm going to take these down, or a coin. Let's take some of these down, and I am going to get into what is going on in the major arcana. So we have, it's funny, it starts at the end. We have the world. Beautiful. Very sort of, to me, it's like a traditional meaning of the world. I love it. You have like the angel and the eagle, the bull and the lion, and the sort of naked woman in the middle of the wreath, right? Which is very traditional, but it's done in this tattoo art style, which to me is very, it's very, very cool. Judgment also very traditional in its design, and it's familiar if you've worked with other decks. The sun is beautiful, the moon is beautiful. Oh, I love the moon card. Oh, and here's one of my favorite cards of the deck, the star. She's gorgeous. She's a little forlorn to me, but that's okay. There's another deck that I work with very regularly called the Voyager Tarot, where I feel like even though the statue in the center of the card is Kuan Yin, which is the goddess of compassion, she seems a little bit sort of lonely. There's a little bit of a sort of a solitariness with the star that I feel like we have to sort of shine our light out. And I love that that's sort of expressed to me a little bit in this art. Temperance, I'm just going to share her because I love a good angel. You all know me. Even if she's giving you, you know, a little bit of the Scottish pride, I feel it. Let me pull some of these more down. Let me just go through and give you like maybe 3 more cards. Let's see, I want to see, where's my tower card? Let me show you the tower card. Oh, I'm going to show you the lovers, because I love it. I'm also a numerology, life path number 6, which is the lovers card. Where is my tower? Here we go. Here's the tower, the card that nobody ever wants to really see. Oh, and let's throw up the devil, why not? So gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I love it, I love it, I love it. It's going to be interesting working with these cards because the court cards, for me, I've been reading cards for so long, I used to know all of the different court card meanings. And then I've sort of have strayed from them because I move from deck to deck, and sometimes decks change their meanings ever so slightly, and certainly the art changes. So now a lot of times I read more intuitively off of the art. But it'll be good to get back into this deck and sort of work what I can find, and just, I like that this deck is sort of based in certain traditional aspects, even though the art is very tattoo oriented and fresh to me. Alright, so at the end of these unboxings, I always like to do a little shuffle, see how the deck shuffles, and pull a card for the group, for the collective, for those of you that watch this video at any point in time. It's timeless. So what do my people need to know? I'm going to say this about the deck as I'm shuffling it. It shuffles nicely. I like the card stock. It's sort of matte. It's they're about the size. They're bigger than playing cards, like a bit longer than playing cards. They might be a little difficult to handle for those with smaller hands, but they shuffle very nicely. And I feel like it's hard to find a nice card stock, right? I've got some decks that are so thick, they're like a bitch to shuffle. They almost hurt my hands to shuffle. And then I've got some that are so thin, they just feel like, oh, in a couple of years, these are going to be toast. These feel like, to me, that they're nice, they're easy to shuffle, they're also sort of, with age, they will become softer and even easier to shuffle, but they'll hold up with time too, if that makes any sense at all. So they're not super thick, but they're not super thin either, right? So let's just say that. Oh, did I show you guys the back of the deck art too? Just beautiful. All right, one more shuffle and let's see what's our card for the day. What's our message from this video? We get the Ace of Wands. Beautiful. Alright, so to me the Ace of Wands is always about the element of fire, right? We have that definitely with the sun behind us. We have the light behind us. We have the wand in front of us. We have our inspiration. We should be thinking clearly. Aces always are about sort of dynamic, creative, new thought, new opportunities showing up where they haven't necessarily always been, or where we haven't necessarily always noticed them or seen them. All of a sudden we can see them with a new light. That could be the sun in this card. I love the roses. To me, roses are very religious and spiritual symbols. They tend to speak to me about the idea of delicacy, right? The delicacy of the spirit. A rose is something that's very delicate and beautiful, yet its thorns are able to protect it. It's also can be a very hardy flower, right? Even though and it has that scent, right? So to me, when I look at this, I think about like the idea of spirit and us being like sort of fragile in our own spirits, but able to protect ourselves, able to grow, able to sort of be stronger than we actually think we are. And then when I think of this Ace of Wands, I think about this idea of, okay, what new levels do we want to take our spirit to? Where do we want to go? What sort of inspires us at the spirit level? What sets us on fire like that sun, right? And like wielding that wand, right? That hand sort of wielding that wand to me is just kind of like, okay, at a deep, desirous level, where can you get creative to create sort of the life that you want that's going to allow you to sort of bloom, grow, appreciate yourself like the beauty of these roses? And to me, this card says that that's coming, or you have the power to create that if you're unaware that you can. Right? This card's here to tell you that you can create that space. You need to sort of acknowledge that within you and start to live from that place and then create it. So that is your little reading today. Okay, this is the Tattoo Tarot by Megamunden. Look forward to using it in the month of March. We will be pairing it with an oracle deck. This was chosen by my Patreon subscribers. This deck out of a choice of 3 different decks that I have that I was going to put up for March that felt right with the March vibes. So this is the deck that won. Now, if you want to be involved in picking the next deck, you can go over to Patreon. You have to be a subscriber at the 3rd level or higher to be able to be involved in the voting processes. There's also, material over at Patreon that's only available over on Patreon. If you want to subscribe or if you want to support the channel minus the Patreon subscription, you certainly can do so. My Patreon subscribers basically help to keep the other content free. But there's the daily forecast, there's the horoscopes every month, which are free. All of that's available to you on my Facebook business page. Please give it a like and a follow, or on my YouTube channel here. Please hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. You'll be notified when I go live or when I do other videos when they get released. That's always a huge help. Comments, questions. If you like this deck, leave me a comment. If you hate this deck, leave me a comment. Let me know. And tune in March and let's watch how this deck unfolds. What sort of messages do we get? And there's always been interesting messages when I pair it with a oracle deck. And I have the oracle deck in mind that I think it's going to pair with. So it will be interesting to see what sort of messages we get in the month of March with this deck. I am going to say this, March feels this year to me, I mean, I know that there's masculine and femininity to it, but March feels very masculine to me this year. It feels like it's going to be a more masculine sort of period. I like leading with this deck because this deck has a masculinity to it. It's not completely over the top masculine, but it does have a masculinity and a strength to it that I think is going to be really ideal and appropriate for the month of March as we move through it. So I look forward to using it. I look forward to seeing you guys at future unboxings or other videos. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please like, share, comment, subscribe if you like what you see here. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the future. All right, thank you and take care. Bye-bye.